It's time for that Magi. Magi the Labyrinth from Magic, chapter 201. We back. That's right. Magi is back after a 2-week hiatus. And let me tell y'all, Shinobu Otaka. She came back after this break. This chapter came back with a bang. I mean, an absolute bang. Yo, the comedy in this chapter was golden. This chapter was hilarious. I mean, the way she finished off chapter 2, that chapter 200, it was, some they can say it was semi-trollish. But it was highly enjoyable. It was funny. This chapter had me rolling at times. And it also had seeing some good stuff. Some very good stuff. So starting off, we see the scene of Aladdin, and y'all know how I felt. If y'all seen my was it 199 when they returned to Syndria? Anyways, when Aladdin had switched out of that seeming god awful, that awful magician's uniform, but no, Yamaraya, aka Miss Yam, has made him. That's cool, you know, that's great, mentor, you know, student kind of thing, and I know they have a great relationship and Aladdin's thankful, but Otaka, I get it, okay, fine, I'll accept it. I can't stand a magician's uniform. I understand he's a magi, he's a magician. I mean, I look at Union, but Union's thing fits him. It's all awkward, and Union's just beast like that. You look at, but I mean, you look at Ring Gyoko, and she don't have that magician uniform. We look at doggone Judar, he doesn't have that. You look at Scheherazade, she didn't have that. You look at Titus, he didn't have that. But okay, I'll accept it because on page 2 we see that Yamaraya, you know, aka Miss Yam, she Miss Yam, however you want to say it, she pretty much was it's kind of a, you know, she trying to bring her homeland to Aladdin. It's something they share. So okay, I get that. But Aladdin's two things on the page had me rolling. He's like, yo, aren't the sea, Miss Yam, you know, yeah, you can sew too. Aren't the seams kind of loose? In her face, she's like, it'll work out, won't it? Yeah, don't worry about it. You kind of hurts though. And then the gifted of the Chancellor's scepter, and Aladdin's like, yo, you know, this is like, really, y'all, I can have this, like, really? And Yamarai explains that, you know, the people of Magnustalk want you to have it and to help fulfill Chancellor, damn, I forget his name now, but the Chancellor's will and wishes. And Aladdin's like, alright, I'll do this. Isn't this, you know, because Yamarai had, you know, adjusted it to Aladdin's size, even though he's grown a bit, you know, adjusted to his size. But Aladdin's like, isn't this a little bit too roughly made? Yamarai's like, it'll work, won't it? So they had me rolling. As you can see, I'm cracking up when you think about it. And then moving on, we see Alibaba and dang, I forget his name, but Alibaba's master. Y'all know who I'm talking about. You know, the swordsman. They going in heavy, dog. And you know, in the training session, Oba and the whole crew watching, and you know, Alibaba's parrying, and then you know, the master doing his thing, and Alibaba's like, dog, he using that old snake technique, you know, that old snake style. It's too hard to read, you know, it's hard to read. And then Alibaba's like, I got something for you. So a little mago manipulation, showing a little something that he learned over in rhyme. And you know, Alibaba's master's like, so that's what my king uses. And then hilarious, his reaction's like, he explodes with a hissy fit, because he's like, he throws tension. I can't believe I should be your only master. I can't believe you learned from 2 other people. Because Alibaba's like, you know, I learned from Master Shambo, I think so, Shambo, and Toto back in you know, Rhyme in the gladiator field. You know, I was working on my swordsmanship, you know, thinking he would good stuff. Like, I should be the only master, I should be the only one. And then everybody's like, oh, when the rest of the crew's like, we got to go. a little bit too heated for us. So they scram, and and then we have Toto over there sitting on the sidelines with Morgiana. So they seem like they're cool now, you know. And Toto's talking all this mad smack. She's like, you know, Toto. And I noticed this. Toto talked in the third person, yo. So that was refers to herself in the third person. So I thought that was kind of cool. It gives, you know, even more, you know, character development with Toto, and I applaud Otaka for even, you know, the side characters. Also, it's shown that Toto's going to play a bigger part in the series, which I'm grateful, because I actually do like the character of Toto. I really do. I mean, the more time you can get, the more beastly females. I'm one of those guys, along with other reviewers. Beastly females. I like beastly females. As a dude who, it's not just because I love women, but it's just because, you know, I know some really chill, really cool females. You know, some really, you know, cool young ladies, women in my life. So, you know, I really like that. And considering Otaka's a female, you know, she got to do that thing right. You would expect such, and she's done that. So excellent. Anyway, Toto was like, you know, pretty much tooting the horns, like, you know, Alibaba, he's still kind of noobish. He can only do the magoid manipulation on his hilt. I can do it on my whole sword. Yeah, look at me. And, you know, she's talking this smack, and she's like this and that, and saying, you know, she's having a good old time. And she's like, then she looks at Morgiana, she's like, hey, yo, girl, what's wrong with you? You know, your stomach hurt or something? Like, yo, you ain't talking. What's happening? And Morgiana goes on this thing, you know, this kind of introverted, insecurity side. She's like, you know, new people, I don't really know. I don't know what to say to them. And Toto's like, girl, nah, don't, stop with that foolishness. Look here, man, this is a woman-to-woman thing. We good here. Okay, we on the same wave, we on the same frequency. You feel me, girl? You my homegirl now. We cool. You can talk to me. And this is a cool thing. A little, you know, backstory. She's like, back in back in the gladiator training, in the gladiator school, there was no other women. So it's like, yo, you know, with the hug thing. But I do have to say this. Another thing with looking at her now, Toto has a kind of tomboyish vibe. Actually, kind of, I really do like that. You know, she's quite masculine. I don't think it's just from the gladiator, just her whole perspective and her demeanor. It's quite masculine, but at the same time, she is a woman, and she, you know, she does come across as a woman. But also, a thing I loved about Toto in this show, she's like, everyone knows that one, or the females that just talk, they're very, very outspoken, loquacious, not in a bad way, but you got them friends that talk and just speak their mind. That's what she was doing. So I thought that was excellent, very excellent. And then at the end, yo, you know, Morgiana's like, what the heck, man, what the hell? Because Alibaba's master has him in like this wrestling. It was hilarious. Just go watch this. Just go look and see. Hilarious. And then it says half a month passed, and Sinbad in his kingly garbs. He has Jafar to his left and Musrar to his right behind him. They're both behind him. And he brings in Alibaba, who's in the middle, Morgiana to, would it be his right? Would it be his right? Yeah, his right. And Aladdin to his left, you know, behind him. And he's talking to me. He's breaking down the situation. He's like, yeah, Cohen, you know, he... Pretty much there's going to be a meeting, you know, preparation for the summit. And there's going to be a meeting, but he wants an escort to a mutual place, you know, there's apparently it's going to be in an uninhabited island or whatever, in between the spheres of influence between the Reem Empire, Reem Empire, however you want to say it, and the Ko Empire. And there's going to be a meeting, but Cohen wants an escort. And they breaking it down, you know, and Aladdin's like, yo, Uncle Cohen's a bit arrogant, you know, that he wants that. But, you know, Alibaba's like, but he is a prince, and you know, he breaking down, talking about the whole situation, yada yada. But the basis of it, at the end of the day, this wasn't surprising me. He wants Aladdin and Alibaba, And Alibaba, you know, to break down quickly what happened, Alibaba's like, yeah, I'm gonna go along, okay? And I mean, Morgiana. Well, first of all, Morgiana, you know, when she hears that, she's giving. I mean, before she came in with the famous finals, however you want to say it, those eyes, like she had those serious, like them not hollow eyes, but them just like cold eyes. But then she went to the surprise, and then Jafar with his intelligence spitting off, yeah, I know, we know this, and we know the political games that's being played. But then Sinbad's like, I mean, not Sinbad, Alibaba's like, yo, I'm gonna go alone and everything, and he talks with Aladdin later on. He's like, you know, I know you wanted to go, but I gotta do this, you know what I mean? It's kind of a dangerous situation. I don't want you to get captured and all this and that. And so on the next day, in the morning, Alibaba, you know, that face, Alibaba was sweating. Alibaba was sweating. And then that picture, y'all see my thumbnail. Morgiana is this huge backpack on her back. And then that Alibaba's face, no. Oh my goodness, this had me rolling, man. Actually, no, that part didn't actually have me rolling. It was funny, though. It was funny, I ain't gonna lie. That was funny. And Alibaba's like, yo, he wasn't having it. He's like, yo, Morgiana, now I told you, because he had told her the night before, he's like, no, I don't want you to go. It's going to be dangerous. She's like, yeah, hold, slow the roll. Wait a second. Y'all two told me, referring to Alibaba and Aladdin, that to do what I want. Okay, I'm free to do what I want. And Alibaba was like, yeah, thinking in his mind like, yeah, you know, we kind of did. Dang, man. Women, men out there, remember this. Women remember those details straight up. And the females that watch this, y'all know what I'm talking about. I know y'all know. Y'all do remember them details. I've experienced that full well. So anyways, not only that, she's like, yeah. And to further validate my, you know, journeying with you, on this sojourn, yeah, I got the backing of Aladdin. He told me to go, and I'm going to play his part for him also to help you. And Aladdin's waving his hat, you know, from port, and he's like, yeah, Alibaba be saved, Morgiana take care of him and all that. And Alibaba's like, oh, fine. But then the scene, that last page, that had me absolutely rolling. This was the one I was getting confused with. Had me rolling. When Oba and his crew, dog, Oba and the boys, they jump, Oba and his crew after him. Jump on, was like, we going with you. And right beside him, Toto was like, Toto's coming with you as well. I'm like, oh. Alibaba was like, what is this? What is going on? I was supposed to be doing, because I mean, when he said he was going alone, you know, the prince was having a kingly mindset. So it was, you know, it was going to be a whole return of the king, because where's he going? To Baobab. To Baobab, his homeland, his hometown, home island, however you want, his home kingdom. And so he was returning home, an exile returning. But no, everybody's like, no, forget that. The only one that's not coming with him is Aladdin. So pretty much we see here that Morgiana, and I was worried about this. I really was, because all we knew was Morgiana was the only one in his household. Because, what is he? A king. He's a future king. If you see my Four Kings arc, you know, doing a little bit of promotion, but it's in my video. What can I say? And it's related. In my Four Kings arc video, I talked about Cohen, Sinbad, Alibaba, and Ren Hakuryu. Okay, and I talked about it, and one of the things I believe I talked about is Aladdin, you know, needing a household, or in one of my chapter reviews. And we see that apparently Morgiana, you know, homegirl, Aladdin's home. And one thing I will add to this at the end is, you know, Toto's being, and I'm loving that. Yes. Freaking yeah, Toto's gonna be part of the household. Another female, another strong, beastly female. Yeah. And then Oba and his crew, all part of Ali. So, all right, Alibaba's getting his crew. All right, damn, dog. All right, that's what I'm talking about. It's plot progression, baby. All right, one thing I have to mention, and I forgot to add, in that scene when Toto and Morgiana are talking when Aladdin's having his wrestling match with his master. She was saying that back in Reem, whatever, Alibaba's like, she was breaking down, I know you're 15, your favorite dish is meat, is fish, and Morgiana like, whoa, I don't know you. How do you know me? And she's like, oh, back back when we was chilling, back in the Rhyme Empire, Alibaba was breaking me down. He was telling about his good friend, telling about his friend Morgiana. She's got a quick temper. She got this mean look, but she's unexpectedly cute. We already knew them two was gonna get together, but it's further confirmation. So I thought that was cool. And and Toto, I think, is gonna help be a catalyst for Morgiana. She's definitely gonna roll off on. Come on, y'all. She's gonna be cool. So I thought that would event, back when Toto's reintroduced the whole Alibaba, even though we got even though Otaka pulled that mess on us in chapter 200. Instead of a rivalry, which that was gonna be, it's gonna be more of a friendship, kind of thing. And I think that's gonna be excellent. Morgiana needs that. She really does. She needs that, another relationship bond kind of thing. And also we're gonna see it's gonna be bonding time for Alibaba and Morgiana. And I think this, and I'm loving this. Two things I gotta add. Two things. And in this video, I'm giving it a rating and be done with it. Cool, right? Yeah, it's already been long enough. Number one, that thank you, Otaka, for not staying in Sindria. I'm like, yes, thank you. Otaka does it right. She does not waste time. Because I did not want to be in Sindria. I did not want to remain. We've already been here, and there's more important things. I did not want to just remain here. Yes, let's go. We're moving on. And two, we're getting some, because we saw plenty of stuff in the Magnum Star arc, before the whole Magnum Star War arc. We saw plenty of stuff with Aladdin's development, but we saw nothing, not nothing, but barely anything with Alibaba and Morgiana. We're gonna see some more Alibaba and Morgiana and no Aladdin, most likely, until later, and at least for the next few chapters. Yes. And where this is going, like what new stuff is gonna happen, who knows? What does Cohen have in mind? What does Sinbad, have in mind? What does Aladdin have in mind? There's some stuff. And Hakari and Judar, they're off in the midst. They're off in the midst, and we don't have to worry about Al Tharman, most likely for now. We shall see. But overall, this chapter, I'll give it a 8. Do I want to? Yeah, actually, no, I'll bump it up to a 9. I think it was a phenomenal chapter of Magi. He had the plot progression. It was hilarious. The comedy was golden. Classic Magi comedy. What else? Plot progression. Oh, great character development for Toto. Some character development for Morgiana. We see Alibaba being beastly, showcasing some stuff. We see, the only knocks I would get is it was kind of a setup chapter. So, not knocking setup chapters, but unless a setup chapter is just some mind-blowing stuff, had some mind-blowing action, okay. But phenomenal chapter nonetheless, 9 out of 10. Like, we unexpected one. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me y'all thoughts, man. If y'all ain't on Magi, get on Magi, please. Alright, y'all. Peace.